I must be absolutely mental. So I'm on my way to the station. It's 6:30. I've been up since the crack of dawn. I am questioning my life choices. We have had one of the driest summers on record. Highs of 25 degrees today. However, I've managed to book myself onto a 10k race in the middle of central London on the only day in the summer, apparently, where there's a thunderstorm and torrential rain. We went to bed last night in 35 degree heat because it was still a heat wave. We haven't had any rain. I've been moaning non-stop for the past month because my garden looks like the Sahara Desert. My grass is now non-existent, been burnt to smithereens because of the heat wave. I booked this run a week ago without looking at the weather forecast, which I probably could have because it was only a week ago, and it transpires I've booked it on the day where there is forecast for torrential rain. High rainfall. So I've woken up this morning to absolutely soggen ground, which I'm not bothered by. I'm saying that now. I'm obviously bothered by it because, as you can tell, I'm in a very bad mood about it. I've bought brand new trainers, which are going to get ruined on my first run. Now, some of you might be saying, well, Ryan, just call it off if you're that bothered by it. However, there's a few problems with that. First thing is it's me, and I hate cancelling events. So that's the first problem. Second problem is a lovely lady by the name of Emma sorted me out at Run Through by booking me on last minute because this is a completely sold out event. So I can't look a gift horse in the mouth. I also really appreciate her squeezing me in because she went to a lot of effort to squeeze me onto this event.
Welcome to this service for London Liverpool Street.
So I should quickly say, when I'm on a relatively empty train, that I'm on my way to central London. I'm on my way to London Liverpool Street, and then I'm either going to get the tube or one of those Boris bikes and cycle to Regents Park, which if I cycle I think is about 25-30 minutes by the time I've faffed around at the other end. Today's run, today's challenge it was a 10k PR attempt. Now when I say was, I'm not sure if I'm in the mood for a PR attempt in the rain. Right, I'm going to stop moaning about the weather. I'm not going to stop moaning about the weather. I'm going to moan about it constantly. A big but.
Please do not leave any belongings unattended. They may be removed without notice.
I'm going to go up.
Please take care when leaving the train.
I'm going to go after a 10k PR. That was the aim for today, and I probably will still try. That's Regents Park there. It is absolutely hammering it down. I am soaked. I'm going to say this now, that was quite literally the worst decision I have ever made. I am soaked through to the bone, literally soaked. I don't have an item of clothing on me that isn't drenched. It's like I've just got in the shower, fully clothed and turned up at a 10k. Everyone else has umbrellas. I don't, I got on a bike. When I came out the station, it was spitting. It is now full torrential rain. So as I stand here in the world's longest registration queue, the weather showed no signs of easing up, and with the exception of me, everyone else turned up on the tube with umbrellas. I cannot explain well enough how wet and miserable I truly was. Even my waterproof camera, which is waterproof up to 45 metres, was so wet that water got inside the microphone, making the sound go funny. I collected my bib number, walked over to the completely sodden, lonely table in the middle of a field in Regents Park and attached it to my chest. And yes, I am that guy wearing an ultra marathon t-shirt to a 10k running event. You can see me. Right, jumpers off. The race starts in 35 minutes. I'm actually starting to get a bit cold. I'm not going to lie. So, a few things. First thing is, I just want to say a big thank you to Run Through, who, when I emailed Emma... I'm going to interject here as the water in the microphone makes this sound uncomfortable to listen to. It sounds like I'm talking to you from the other side of an aquarium, which isn't too far from the truth. What I am saying is that Emma from Run Through Events has kindly squeezed me into this event last minute. As you can imagine, a 10k race, an organised 10k race through one of London's royal parks is going to be very popular. I'm thinking that a lot of people haven't bothered turning up because of the weather, and if Emma hadn't been so kind as to accommodate me, I might have given this a swerve too. This isn't a sponsored video, by the way, but credit where credit due, which is why I'm mentioning it. So thank you, Emma and Run Through, for being kind enough to squeeze me in. So I'm going to say that, I'm going to put a positive spin on it. The other thing that I just want to really quickly say is I haven't changed my trainers, so I bought brand new trainers for today. I've decided to just leave them in the bag. I've got some new kicks for this 10k PR attempt this weekend. I went out and bought myself the Asics Nova Blast 5. They are so comfy. Also, I will say, unintentionally, I have colour coordinated myself. Believe it or not, completely unintentional. They're just uber comfortable. I'm so pleased I got them. Oh, by the way, I'm not sponsored. I bought these with my own money. I'm really happy with this. This is going to be good, guys. This is going to be good. I'm excited. I'm going to huddle under a tree and then start the run. I now need to sign up for another 10k event so I can run in my new kicks in a dry 10k PR attempt. I'm so wet. I've been so wet for so long. My fingers are doing that weird wrinkly thing that they do when they're wet, when you're in the bath. That's how wet I am. Everyone is in the same boat. I do not know why I'm moaning. Well, I know why I'm moaning, because it's it down. And now there's a guy walking over there with a flag that says start. So we've got 20 minutes. Ignoring my half-hearted attempt to bend slightly forward whilst waving my arm around, have a look at the sky. The thunderstorm is showing no signs of passing. We then all applaud the pacers for running for us in the rain, and secretly I'm also applauding myself and everyone else here for being daft enough to turn up to this event and run too. This is next level stupidity. So the lady just said, follow the pacer for the 55 10k. I'm going to do that. 55 minutes. Hopefully it will warm me up. That's a fast pace for me. If I do anything sub-hour, it will be a new 10k PR. So 55 minutes is good for me. Hopefully it will warm me up because I am freezing. I am physically shaking. Which, I'm in the middle of July. It was then at this point I thought the clapping and whooping was everyone at the front starting the race, so in my hypothermic state I pressed go on my watch. I forgot that I was wearing a chip on my shoe and my start time only starts when I cross the start line, so I do that awkward bounce walk thing as I walk 10 metres forward. I play with my watch, not sure whether I should stop it and start it again, because again I'm not sure what's going on.
2, 1, let's go!
I don't, and I eventually cross the start line 33 seconds after I hit go. What is wrong with me? I leave it, try to ignore the lunatics screaming in my ear, and I just start running. I started my timer too early, 30 seconds too early. It's okay now, Ryan. The race has finally started. It's finally stopped raining, and I'm following the 55-minute pacer. Everything is going to be okay. All I have to do is get my head down, stay with this 55-minute pack, don't blow up, and finish this 10k race in 55 minutes. If I do that, then this will be a really, really good new PB. Now it's stopped raining, I can now run and warm up. I think that the sub 1 hour PB is officially on. I stick in the draft of the 55-minute pacer until for some reason I cut the corner and decided to go rogue, thinking I might be able to catch the 50-minute pacer. I really don't know what was going through my head at this point. It stops raining for literally 10 seconds and suddenly I go from grumpy to Linford Christie. The 40-minute pacer has evidently lost his flag only 400 metres off the start line. I'm pleased I'm not looking out for him as I start to run past runners in front of me. I'm evidently feeling a lot better than I was only 10 minutes ago. We then reached the long downhill slope section where I get to enjoy seeing everyone that's faster than me, including the 45-minute group that's closely followed by the 50-minute pacing group. Suspiciously close. I've set off like an absolute lunatic. I've thrown caution to the wind and I have no pacing plan. I'm not even following the 55-minute pacer anymore. I've left them in my dust, or considering how wet it is, I should say I've left them in my wake. We then turn the corner, and now I have to run back up the same slope, except this time I get to see all the people I'm faster than, including the 55-minute group. I eventually get to the top of the slope and it levels out, and this is where the water station is. However, I don't take any water just in case I spill some down myself. I didn't want to get wet. Joking aside, I decided to wait for lap 2 for a drink of water. I mean, it's literally just 600, 700 metres off the start line. We do a little spin around another U-turn cone, and now we head off towards the wilds of Regents Park. I don't know if I mentioned this, but we're actually running through Regents Park, which is one of my most favourite London parks. I mean, I say that about all London parks. If you've never done a race or an event in a London park, I highly recommend it. Just maybe not on a day that's forecast for thunderstorms. I had started really well. I ran the first kilometre at a 5:21 pace, which also included the 30 seconds of standing still. I did the downhill and uphill slope at a fairly rapid 4:30 pace and was now settling into a reasonably comfortable 5:30 pace. However, I think I confuse reasonably comfortable with being lazy, as I decided irrationally that I need to be dying or on the verge of blowing up, so it feels like I'm working really hard, when in reality I know this is the worst thing I could be doing at this point. We're still 9k left to go. I get an eyeful of this motivational banner and I have a mini battle with this fella in blue trainers, where we take it in turns to overtake each other until he has enough and slowly disappears off into the distance. I then hit the 3k mark, averaging a 5:21 pace, which is actually quite sensible for me. Well done, Ryan. I'm feeling motivated because I know how good I'm doing. I pick up the pace, bordering on blowing up again, because of course I'm feeling good, so I decide to push it. I catch my blue trainer wearing friend and I pick up where I left off by overtaking him one more time. Check your move. I look at my watch wondering why I'm dying, only to realise that my game of chicken has resulted in a pace that starts with a 4. So I calm the hell down and I let my friend disappear off again one more time. I hit 4k and take another look at my watch, which is now saying a number that's slightly more acceptable, especially as I'm not even halfway yet. As I start to reach the end of lap 1, I then see a lady in full wet weather attire sprinting away ahead of me, and I decide I can't allow that to happen, so I go into full-on beast mode for a lot longer than is acceptable, causing my heart rate to spike up to 183 BPM, only to then realise that she's running the 5k race and I'm obviously doing a 10k event. She's finished and I've just blown up for absolutely no reason whatsoever. Hello. I then go for a really embarrassing high five with this marshal, and instead of him high-fiving me back, he just waves at my camera. You didn't see that awkward moment, and I'm pleased I didn't mention it. The good news is, as I crossed the line, completing 5k and marking the start of lap 2, I completed the first half of this race in 26 minutes, setting a new 5k PB. The bad news, as I run past all the 5k finishers collecting their medals and taking selfies, I got distracted by all the fun and frolicking that I forgot about my pace and slowed right down to 6 minutes a kilometre pace for almost 500 metres, until my heart rate had come back down from above my head and I looked at my watch, horrified. I was also now being overtaken by some of the 55-minute pacing group runners who, unlike me, ran a sensible 5k first half and now felt fresh enough to break free and go for a faster time. This broke my morale, guys, as I knew that the flag-wearing pacer lady wasn't far behind me. As I ran down the slope for the second time, I looked at my watch mortified as to what I had now become. I'd run around the first of the 2 U-turn corners, gave the marshal a half-hearted wave and looked immediately up at how far away the 55 group was behind me. 55 minutes has caught me. I was now really starting to feel the pace of that first 5k in my legs. I really do need to spend less time on Zwift and more time run training if I'm ever going to break that sub 25 minute 5k PR I'm going after this year. And then it happens. I look over my shoulder and see that luminous yellow t-shirt and big wavy flag. The 55-minute pacing group had caught me. I now need to try and sit in with them, maintaining their pace. Goddamn hill. I could also do with a bottle of water to freshen myself up. I could do with pouring it over myself because I'm starting to dry up a little bit and I don't like that feeling. I'm joking, obviously. Reminded also by the pacer lady.
Water on your left. Water on your left for the
but I'm so terrified that I'll get dropped by this group that I don't grab one, which was a huge mistake because I could have done with a drink. U-turn 2 and we now start to head back up towards London Zoo, and it was at this point in lap 1 that I absolutely flew down here. But instead I decided I'm dying, choosing to slow my pace and allow the group to go. I didn't manage to get away from the group on lap 1. All I did was destroy my chances of an even faster 10k finish time with the speed at which I ran the first half of this race. If I did stay with this group from the off, then maybe I might have been able to maintain it with them all the way to the finish line, but instead I now have to let them go as I'm slowly dying inside. I give this very positive marshal a high five as I'm too tired to speak. I do appreciate happy marshals who have come out to support us in the rain. I spin back down the other side of London Zoo, read the same motivational banner for the second time, and I reach the 8k mark. I was now at this really weird point where, unlike on lap 1, which was full of people probably only doing the first 5k, I was now running completely alone, with the exception of this young lad quickly gaining on me and his two mates following closely behind. I give them all words of encouragement as they overtake me.
Well done, lads. Keep going. Sprint finish.
I then shout sprint finish at them as if I am sprinting anyone, plus we also have 1500 metres still left to go, so that comment made zero sense.
Thank you. Thank you.
Only 1k left to go. I knew my pace had died completely. I died a sorry death. I was feeling very sorry for myself.
I've just got 1k to stay ahead of the 1 hour pacer.
I then forced a camera shy Marshall to relive a supportive strength pose that she had offered me moments before.
There we go, on camera.
Who was now regretting her decision to be positive and support me. I was now on the home straight. I did try to sprint for the finish line, but I had nothing left. My legs were completely done. I was unusually tired for what was only a 10k race, and with the now enthusiastic compere shouting Yaz into my ear, where was his enthusiasm when it was pouring down only 10k ago? I then crossed the line in, drum roll please, 56 minutes and 32 seconds according to Strava, but according to my Garmin watch, 56 minutes and 37 seconds, so just over 56 minutes. I collected my medal, picked up a bottle of water.
Oh, thank you.
And I take a few minutes to recover. If I then take the odd 30 seconds of nonsense that I did on the start line off of this time, I ran a fairly decent 56-minute 10k.
So bearing in mind I started my watch for 30 seconds-ish early, 3 new records, fastest 10k, 56.37, according to my watch.
56.37. I'm broken. Oh, broken. Run through do really good medals. Right, I'm going to get my bag and try and find somewhere to change my pants. I decided not to queue up for the podium selfie as it was ridiculous. I collected my bag.
Lovely. Cheers guys, thank you.
And attempted to get changed in a public toilet. I normally don't want to go for a wee in a public toilet, let alone get changed in one, but considering I now have a 90-minute commute home, I don't want to do that soaking wet, so I force myself. I also decided against riding a Boris bike to Liverpool Street to get the train, so I take the much warmer and drier London Underground. I decided to get the tube instead of the silly idea of cycling to Liverpool Street. That was quite literally the wettest 10k run I have ever done. I had to get changed in a public toilet. I haven't done that in a very long time. The guy in the stall next to me, unfortunately, was doing an energy gel toilet, and we all know what that is. Have you seen the movie American Pie? We've all been there. On my way home, and all in all, a successful attempt at 10k. And I then like to run from the toilet to the station in the pouring rain. Thanks for watching this video. See you in more of my tantalisingly sensible running videos. Next week, maybe. Probably not. Cheers, guys.